Alright, how we going, guys? Lowy here, back on the water. It's the 1st of November. I've still got a beanie and jumper on. It's absolutely freezing. Southerlies come in, it's windy, it's cold. Fishing's probably going to be shut down, but you know, happens every time I go fishing. Seem to get the wind or rain. Anyway, we're here, we'll give it a go, we'll see what we can catch. Vibes and plastics, we'll just be chasing dewies, flatties, whatever's about. Anyway, enough talk, let's do some fishing. Rightio, we have hooked up about 2 casts after the intro. Certainly not a big fish, but it's a bite. Will get us off the donut anyway. Hopefully it's not a chopper. That's never a good start. It's my most hated fish, and there's nothing worse than catching one straight up. Oh, what do we got? We've got a little reddy. There we go, nice little squire. Off you go. Well, we're off the mark. Not a big fish, but it's not a tailor. Rightio, another bite. Jeez, it's getting fairly dark out the back there. Doesn't look the most promising. Feels like a flatty. Hasn't done much, kind of feels a bit wrapped up maybe. Not a bad lizard. Not a bad flatty at all. Not a bad start, good little flatty, decent size. Hopefully there's some bigger out there today, you never know, but that is reasonable. Rightio guys, we are on a fish. It's absolutely hammering down rain. So I've only got the chest mount camera on for obvious reasons. I don't even know what we got, it's probably just a flathead. Cracking flathead. Oh. Oh, get in. Oh, oh man, that's an absolute pig of a flathead. Righto, we'll untangle this mess and I'll give you a look. There guys, beautiful flatty on the bait junkie grub in the 4" in olive oil. Absolute ripper, real fat too, absolute cracking flatty. Oh, that's a nice fish. Righto, we'll get this one back in the water in the rain, unfortunately, and yeah, can swim off and fight another day. Righto guys, as you can see, a little bit of rain about. Always makes the day more special when you get the fishing conditions like this. This is magnificent. Wind's probably blowing 20, 25. Absolutely belting down rain. Doesn't get any better than this. Not only that, the fish aren't really biting. Just makes it all the more special being out in the water. Oh, hopefully it stops. It's pretty hard to fish like this, especially hard to film. This is about the best I can do with this chest mount camera. The other one will just get drenched. Ah, well, fingers crossed it stops. We'll keep going. Yeah, we're on another fish. Probably lucky to be on it. There's that much slack line. Oh, little flatty. How are you, mate? You definitely would have messed up that leader. Right, off you go. Another fish. It's very small, but at least it's not flogging down rain. That's something. What do we got? Little brim. Little brim on the Trans Am. If you ever want to know when the weather's good, well, it's not on my days off. I can tell you that for a fact. Every time I get a chance to go fishing, it's either windy or raining. This year's probably been the worst year on record for me. Absolutely awful. Almost probably 5 out of 6 trips, weather's been terrible. Might not look too bad sometimes, I try and hide out of it the best I can. That's only so I can keep the audio semi-decent. But I don't want to fish hard for them places I am. I'm just there for the simple fact that it's just a lot easier to do the video, and you won't get all this wind interference. But the best fish so far was that flathead. It was absolutely teeming down when I caught it, of course. So just my luck. There's more rain out the back there. It's clear sort of just behind me, so I might get 10-15 minutes without another shower. That'd be nice. The fingers crossed I can catch something in that time before it starts raining again. I've just got the Chartreuse Orange Belly Trans Am on at the moment. Just seeing what I can pick up. I'm just going between that and a 4-inch bait junkie plastic. Alright, we are on another fish. Feels like a flatty. I can't imagine it being as big as that other one I got, but it doesn't feel too bad. That's not a bad sized fish. I didn't want to net that one because I didn't think the leader would be damaged, but then from past experiences, when I've lifted him out of the water, hasn't been good. I've snapped vibes off. So I thought I'll net him, and it's just a pathetic net effort. Well, at least the rain's been gone for 15-20 minutes, but the bites have gone with it too. Haven't had a single touch. I just started a bit of a drift. Cover some area, see if that helps. Righto, fishing is absolutely awful. It's windy as. Rain stopped for now, which is a bonus, I guess, but the fish have stopped as well. Probably gonna go for a motor over a couple of wrecks, drop that camera down to a couple of new ones, see what's down there, hopefully get the camera back. But yeah, let's go and investigate a couple of the new wrecks, ones I haven't checked yet, and we'll see what's about, and then probably after that get back into some fishing. Alright, so the plan is we'll motor over this wreck, sound it out, then get the spot lock on, and then drop the camera down, have a better look. Hopefully it can find something good. You never know. Right, it's just out there to the right. As the camera goes down, see more yellowtail. That's been a common theme so far. There's been plenty of yakkers around each wreck. Surprisingly, I don't really catch too many of them, but there's plenty there. There's a couple more brim there to the right. As the camera gets down, lands pretty much straight on the wreck. The water was really murky this day and all stirred up. The wind was probably blowing 20-25. You can see a lot of small fish there under the front of the boat. The bottom was real soft around it too, real soft. As you can see, just the camera just touching the bottom, it sinks into the silt. Makes me wonder actually how they see a lure at all. As it goes along, you can pretty much just see there's just nothing there at all. It's just soft sand and silt. That's what's around the wreck. So plenty of places that Flatty can bury himself. I'm surprised I haven't seen one yet for those few camera drops I've already done. There's a little tiny fish there taken off. It is interesting but to see the bottom structure, what it looks like. As it gets in closer to the wreck, you can see all those small fish there. They just stay nice and tight to the wreck. They don't swim too far from it. There seems to be a lot more fish too around the bottom that has hard shells. Out on that soft stuff, there's almost no brim or none of those small bait fish. But once you get in close, it's a lot better. Camera absolutely face plants into the side of the wreck there. And as it comes up, you can see some nice brim up there. There's some brim and some other species of fish there. I'm not sure what they are. I can't ever remember seeing them or catching them in the lake before. But they're on every drop as well. Plenty of them there. All just chilling, not doing a whole lot. They don't come too close to the camera, those other fish. You get a better look at them there. I've got no idea what they are. But they're everywhere down there. Look how dirty the water is. You can barely see the fish and they're probably only 2-3 metres away. It'd be nice if the lake was settled and a lot clearer. You'd probably be able to see a lot more, identify more species, but it just isn't. Look at them all there, just in that old hatch. Still looks pretty cool, but even though it's a bit murky. Stacks of fish over there. I wonder why the vibes snag up. It's only got to land on one of those things and they're gone. Almost no chance of getting them back. Plenty of places there to get your vibe caught. There was a nice brim going on past. It's definitely very interesting looking down there to see what these wrecks look like. That's obviously been there a long time, this one. Right, it's been down there for a little bit now. I think it's time to bring it back in. Should be a safe and easy passage up. I haven't mucked around with it too much down there after last time. Hopefully it's seen something cool anyway. But what I'm going to do now is just move off this wreck and just have a few casts at it after I pull the camera back up. Right, that's what we're going to put on. It's a 4-inch bait junkie grub in motor oil. See how it goes. You never know. Might pick something up. I can't imagine they'd like the camera going down there too much, but I'm not a fish, so I'm not sure. Rightio. Should have left the camera running. Hooked up that cast. That's straight back down on that wreck we just dropped the camera. What do we got? A few head shakes, feels like a flathead. Real nice flathead too, good size. There he's in there. There we go. Good flatty. Another good fish. There's so many good flatties around at the moment. Every time I've come out, I've done pretty good on these. Good size, they'd be great eaters if you're looking for a feed. Just soft plastics, 3/8 jig head, bounce along the bottom. There's plenty of them. What do you reckon? Go back? He'll turn himself over. There you go. Not the best release, not the best release in the world on that guy. Flipped him upside down. Poor fella. Oh well, he's off to fight another day. At least banging the camera around down the bottom there didn't put him off. Wasn't a bad sized flatty either. Not as big as the earlier one. That was real good. But still, happy with those guys. There's the next wreck. It's right underneath the boat, just on the right hand side there. I'll drop the camera down onto that and see what's down there, besides a heap of fish. As the camera gets back down the bottom, there's the school of those same fish that were over on that other wreck. Still not sure what they are, but I'll work it out eventually. Super murky over near this one. There's a bit of weird structure just there to the right of that wreck. Whole school of fish there hiding in between it too. There's a bit of weed, bit of rubbish, bit of a mixture. There's those small fish again. A lot of times they hide right under the front of the hull. Every wreck I've dropped down on, that spot's held good fish, whether it be brim or just those little bait fish there. Gets absolutely hammered up the side of that wreck there as it comes and lands on top of it. Heaps of little fish at the front of that boat. This one's been there a long time as well. It's got bulk growth on it. Heaps of silt. I'm not surprised they get covered in so much silt. Hits the side and slides back down in the hull here. Stacks little bait fish inside that wreck. So the camera actually gets caught up here. There's a piece of old braided fishing line on the wreck, and the camera gets caught in it. That's me there trying to jiggle it off. I probably spent a good 10 minutes, I think, trying to get this camera off. In the end, I just had to hope for the best, and I eventually got it back, which was nice, but it was probably a 10-minute ordeal. A couple of fish coming around for a look. Well, the camera's just gone back down again. It got stuck then. That was probably the first time I was ever worried about losing it. Got caught on a piece of fishing line. Did end up getting it off, obviously, because you'll see the footage, but that was pretty close. Heart was pumping there for a little bit, but managed to get it off. So it's successfully back down there again. Have another scout around. Oh, the highs and lows of dropping your GoPro onto a wreck. So we're lucky enough to still have the camera and drop it back down through just this huge school of yellowtail. There's absolutely stacks of them there. There's hundreds of them. I just never thought there was that many yellowtail in the lake until I started putting the camera down on these wrecks. There's another pile of those little bait fish, whatever they are. It wasn't as soft around the wrecking close as what it is about 10 metres away. It's a little bit harder. Maybe there's more shells than that there underneath that silt. I wouldn't know. I'm not sure what that fish is there that's going past. It only just caught my eye. But after that last drop and saving the camera, I decided to call it quits and head home.